So who should make all of these decisions around payments and banking flows in your company? Well, let me tell you, it is not your CFO. Why am I telling you this? Because I am an accountant and I know debit, credit, and we were trained on a lot of issues, for example, taxation and how to budget, but we don't know still what is SEPA, what is SWIFT, what is ACH, what is open banking, what is crypto, what is QR code, what are the online payments. It is so complicated. And if your accountant is making a decision on user experience or technology, you are in trouble. So you need to understand that payments and banking is no longer just the finance function, which you hope that the finance person gets it right, because it needs a lot of experience, a lot of understanding around areas that the finance person was never trained on: technology, data security, user experience, risk. So you need to have one person who has a bit of experience with compliance, a bit of experience with technology, a bit of this, a bit of that, and then have the seniority to make the relevant decisions over your whole flows. But who is that person? Well, today we realize that there is a growing need for a function which is somewhat like a chief payment officer, a person who oversees all the money flows from the beginning: where the money comes from, how much, how often, what currency, how does it hit your organization, understand a bit more about taxation, about compliance, how the money is allowed in one company but restricted in the other, and then understand how it also leaves the company. So you pay your payroll and suppliers and shareholder dividends on time and in a maximum amount possible. This person takes responsibility on so many aspects that you wouldn't even think about. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are expanding to a new market. And the marketing says, let's spend all the money, let's get the pilot ready. You're going to the new area and then using your existing payment provider who, let's say, it's only dealing with cards. What happens if in that country only 10% of the population is using cards because everybody is using either open banking, for example, Asia, or QR codes, other areas of the world, or even just direct bank transfer or cash, right? Then it doesn't matter how good is your marketing. People are on your website, click, click, try to pay, but they cannot. Who should have known that? Definitely not your finance person, because the finance person has no education around these things. It's not your risk. It's not your technology person. Should it be the management? But the management's job is not really to follow up what's the latest in fintech. That's why you need a chief payment officer, a person who really understands how you can optimize for your very activity the payment methods, the fees, the risks, the user experience, the data security, the technology, and everything around that. So in the next video, we're going to discuss the importance of building a payment strategy, and we're going to discuss how a CPO is fitting in your business specifically.